Hi, welcome. I am Claudia Fox, and I'm here today with Let's Update. If you've watched my previous shows, you know that I go in and out of hundreds of homes all the times. I worked in New York City, Westchester, New Jersey, and now Connecticut as a realtor. And I'm always fascinated by the different ways that people decorate. Of course, what makes each home even more special is when people put photos of their families on countertops or on the walls. It's just amazing to me that there are so many configurations. And you could take the same box of a room and give it to 100 people and it would come out 100 different ways. I live in Heritage Village, and I would say I'm not positive there are at least 10 to 13 different styles, but they're pretty much basically the same, and yet every home looks different. Today, I have 4 different homes to show you, and for different reasons. We have a lot of clubs at Heritage Village, and one of them is the Quilting Club. Recently, I asked a woman to make a quilt for a baby shower that we have coming up. The Rotary is sponsoring it. It's held at a church. It's on May 20th if you want to come by. We have lots of different items and you can make donations, but it's just this quilt that she made is so colorful and childlike. It's just beautiful. And so we so appreciate that about this woman. I like to keep things anonymous unless I ask people if I can use their names. Anyway, I went to her home, and she has quilts all over the walls decorating her home. And they're quite beautiful, so I took photos of 4 and brought them here to show you today. So let's look at the first one. Look at how detailed that is. Just think, each color is a different stitch. So she's done an incredible job. It's very intricate and has a great place on her wall. As you can see, there are photos on either side, so this is the main feature of her wall. The next one is just beautiful colors as well. This is a seahorse in the ocean, and she's used greens, purples, just done a wonderful job with this quilt. Let's look at the next one. Now this one I would put on my bed. I just love it. It's just simple colors, black, gray, white, a cream, and done so exquisitely well. And she hangs that on her wall as well. And the last one, which she hung with a rod, which is just a different way of displaying it. This is a crisscross pattern. So beautifully done. If you're interested in learning how to quilt or joining the Quilting Club, feel free to give me a call or text me at 914-391-8274. And my number is listed at the end. So if you have any questions about anything in the show, please feel free to contact me. The next home, a different home, we're featuring here a fireplace, and that was existing when she moved in. And she really liked it. And I do too. She's thinking of making that gold part of the fireplace gray color. I did that on mine. It was so easy, I couldn't believe it. As long as you tape up the windows so that you don't paint those, it was just so quick and easy. It was a specific kind of paint that goes over that brass. And I did 2 coats, and it just came out beautifully. So let's move on to her kitchen. Here she redid the backsplash and updated the color of wood and put in stainless steel appliances and new countertops. As you can see next to the stove, there's an old-fashioned toaster. And also she put the little red teapot on, which is a nice addition, a nice piece to decor. The next one, this is her living room, and she put a sectional. Behind the sectional is a dining area. The next one will show you a close-up of the tile, which I wanted you to see because it has so many colors, and you could pick any color and have your furniture in that color. I mean, she picked like a blue-gray, but there's gold, there's brown, there's a load in green, gray, kind of a pinkish color, white. So it lends itself to a change of furniture. You can, change your furniture and it will still match your fireplace. The last one for this home is, and I hope you can see it stuck back there, it's a water meter. So I did not know this, but you can purchase a water meter and it will tell you exactly how much water you use, and you would only pay your bill. In a Heritage Village, we have a set amount that we pay quarterly, but this would circumvent that, and you would only pay for the water that you use. So I thought that was a good tip to bring in. The next picture is a picture of my brother's fireplace. He lives out in Seattle. And he took down the whole facade. It was an old-fashioned looking fireplace. And he redid all the tiles and made a bookcase to the right. And then further down, another smaller bookcase. And he did a beautiful job with it. It looks so modern, and it's changed the look of their whole dining room and living room. It sits in between the 2 rooms, and it's kind of open. But it's so well done. It's beautiful. And he did the other side the same way. So thank you. A shout out to my brother who loves to renovate and has done quite a few renovations in his home. He also purchased a beautiful property because he's on the Puget Sound. And when you look out his windows, you can see the sound. And he also did a garden, which has been featured in magazines with fruit trees, vegetables, and all kinds of flowers, which they fill their house with on a regular basis. And the last home I want to show you is a friend of mine who actually moved to Florida. So she has since sold this, but she has the lighter color wood floors. And these are a laminate, a plank, and it just makes the room look very, very big, especially the grain, the way you run the wood. It gives it a long feeling. And she has a wonderful fireplace, and she has two big couches, the one you can see and then one that faces the TV. Quite lovely. And her kitchen, she totally, the next slide, updated her kitchen with the white cabinets, very similar to mine. We commented that we have very similar taste. We have the same pulls, the same cabinets, the stainless steel appliances, but she did a different backsplash, which has a lot more color. I did a white subway tile, but she did grays, nice variation. The next photo is of the patio. And she has a very, very private space back there. It's hard to tell, but there's no condos or homes behind her. And so when the summer comes, the trees are filled with leaves. And it's quite a long yard, although you don't see that in this photo. But it's very private, very beautifully done. And she was the hostess with the mostest. She always had our cluster over for little parties and celebrations. And we're sad to have seen her go. She was a great neighbor. The next photo is of the main bedroom. So you can see those little steps. You're going to see the dogs next. She has two little cute dogs that were so friendly. But this is the main bedroom, and she had sliding glass doors off that to the patio as well. Quite lovely, neutral colors. The next one is the two little dogs. And so you can also see this couch facing the TV, but these little characters had their own stairway to the bed. I'm sure many of you have them as well. And I have a couple more photos. The next photo is of the bathroom. This happened to be the second bathroom, but she did this all in neutral colors as well. She has that gray color on the walls, and it's quite a nice size for a second bathroom. The master was done similarly, and of course, much larger. And the last photo is her second bedroom, which she, oh, no, forgive me. It is the shower in that bathroom. And again, the neutral colors. I liked her shower head too. That was also similar to mine. Very nicely done. Okay, so now we will go to the next photo, which is the second bedroom. And to the right, she had a desk, and she used this also as her office. She has 4 children, so she did have overnights from the grandchildren, and it worked out really perfectly. So I thank you again for joining me on the show. A biggest tip I can give you, which I will repeat, is getting vendors, getting different references, also going with 3 so you get different pricing. There's quite a variation on the pricing. Generally speaking, the neutral colors on the walls and you know, in the kitchens and the flooring, that's what gives you the base for your palette, for your furniture. And some people like a lot of color. Some people really just have neutral kind of furniture. But any way you do it, have fun doing it. I mean, it's such a great project to do your home, and you're there a lot of the time. And it's great to have people to your home and entertain, as well as just enjoy some peace and quiet in a lovely space that you've created yourself. Thank you again for joining me.